So you are laser focused on saving your first 100,000. And what if life throws you a curveball, an unexpected hospital bill that could drain your savings and turning your hard work into a financial nightmare? Are you prepared for it? In Singapore, a hospital stay can cost you easily in the 5-figure range. And if you are not prepared for these emergencies, this means that you have not mastered risk management. Without risk management in place, building wealth becomes so much more uncertain, and you also risk what you might have saved. So I want to share some real stories over here. So I read this article about Paul Foster, who is an actor in Singapore, and he is only in his early 40s, and he was diagnosed with a heart disease. And moreover, he is a gym rat. He exercises regularly and take care of his health. So after the diagnosis, he have to insert balloons into his arteries, and the operation set him aside by around 66,000. So can you imagine, if you are trying to save money, what if a scenario like this happened? Just one hospital bill will easily set aside years of savings. But luckily in his case, he do not have to fork out the huge lump sum due to the fact that he has his insurance in place to cover the hospital expenses for him. I will share the original article in the link in the description below. The second story I want to share is I read this article that this young adult who is 21 years old was diagnosed with cancer. So don't ever thought that because you are young, nothing will happen to you. Of course, the odds are low, but what if things really happen? And hence the idea of protecting all these unexpected expenses are very important in your wealth building journey. So in this article, this 21 years old was diagnosed with cancer, and at 21 years old, it is actually the prime time of her life. And this health setback might set her back a few years because she have to take time to recover. And during the midst of all this, she also definitely have to fork out some money for her treatment expenses. So knowing all this, so what can you do about it? The important part is to have the right risk management in place to ensure all the insurance are settled. Hence, you will not be caught in any scenario when you fell sick and unexpected expenses can wipe out years of your gains. It is kind of like having an umbrella during a rainy day. The umbrella cannot stop the rain, but however, it keeps you dry and allow you to keep moving forward. So where can you start? Generally, to keep costs low, there are only two things that you need. A hospital insurance to ensure that majority of your hospital expenses are being taken care of. And the second thing is to have a term insurance that covers early critical illness or critical illness, so that in any scenario that you fell sick due to critical illnesses, a lump sum will be able to be paid out so that you can recuperate without worrying about your finances. And how much do you really need for all this insurance? In fact, there is this basic financial planning guide done by the MAS, which I find it very helpful and useful because it breaks things down into very simple numbers that you can understand. So how to ensure that you are getting your insurance and not yet overpaying for it? Just ensure that you are able to cover up to 9 times of your income for death, total and permanent disability, and terminal illness coverage. And for the critical illness coverage, just ensure you are able to cover up to around 4 times of your annual income. And if you are someone in your 20s to 30s, likelihood your insurance cost will not be more than 10% of your annual income. And in fact, I did a quotation for someone who is in their 20s before, and I managed to get all the insurance coverage done for less than 6% of his annual income. So don't think that insurance will be very, very expensive. Just ensure that you are sticking to the essentials such as the hospital insurance and a term insurance. This will help to keep your costs low while getting all the essentials covered. So where to start right now? The first thing is to review on your current policies. What do you really have on hand right now? Do you already have a hospital insurance to cover for your hospital expenses? And do you have any critical illnesses coverage in place? These are the two main instruments that will be the foundation for your wealth building journey, because you never ever want to pour water into a bucket with a paper bottom when the bucket can break at any point of time. If you are unsure, seek out a financial planner to help you with it. And I will also attach the link below on the basic financial guide that I mentioned earlier, so it can at least give you a guideline on what type of insurance are required and how much you should be covered for, so that you don't end up over-insuring yourself. So take charge today and review your risk management plan today so that you can continue to build wealth without worry. If you enjoyed this video today, please subscribe to this video so that you can see more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next video.